Hello, it is Wednesday, October 26th, 2011 at 2:07 a.m. And I wanted to show you some things related to an earthquake that happened earlier today. It's right here in Arizona. It's a 3.6 that occurred on the 25th at 1820 GMT. As far as I know, earthquakes are fairly rare in Arizona other than up by Las Vegas here, which they had some of those today also, which you can see here. 15 at 1548 there was a 2.1. At 1709 there's a 2.0. At 1709 there was another 2.0, and at 1858 there was a 2.1, which means that there was one very close to the same time that this one occurred right here. I went to College of DuPage to check on what the clouds looked like, etc., at the time of the earthquake. And this is the infrared. Unfortunately, they don't have one just at Arizona, but we can kind of see it here. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, there we go. The earthquake was right in here. I'm going to play this loop that goes from 1100 on UTC on October 25th through 3:30 UTC on October 26th. And I'm going to show you some things that show up. First of all, we get the little bumpy thing going on over here. And then after that, right at the point where the earthquake was, which is by here and about a third of the way over, you're going to see a white cloud appear right after it gets bumped. See right there? Actually, it's a little bit to the west, but very close, very nearby. And there's also another one that appears down here. It originates from right here. See, there it goes. We have strong winds going through here. But I found it very interesting that there would be this white cloud that is whiter than the others in the area. Let me turn this on to enhanced color. Maybe that's too bright. There's that flash right there. Stop it. See, it's right here. This is at 11:30, so it's about 7 hours before the earthquake occurred. I went and looked at a tighter shot of Arizona. Well, let's go back to here first. Yeah, let me play this loop for you. This is the visible satellite. We're going backwards. Which I do often. You will see these little dazzle things show up, which I'm very suspicious of them just because of when they show up and what seems to occur after them. Things do seem to get more exciting. But right down here at the border of Arizona and Mexico, you'll see there's a little dark area, and you'll see this little cloud show up, and it shoots straight up, and then it joins the other clouds. You'll see a cloud kind of form in a line. This one doesn't go in the same direction as the wind is blowing, but this one does. Also notice the way these clouds crash into the coastline over here. That's amazing. I wonder what that looks like from the ground. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit to show you these clouds. There's really nothing going on here. We've got some wispy clouds, that high winds that are blowing through. I assume it's upper level. But right here you'll see this is at 1900. Let me go back. 1830. Well, 1820 is when the earthquake occurred, so I'm going to go back to, there's 1800, The earthquake was right in here. 1830, that's about when it occurred. In 1900, that's when this shows up down here. And it grows and grows, grows, and grows some more, and then I don't know if it shoots up there or what, but it gets very thin and goes up higher. And that's at 2130. And then it shoots away and seems to join these. And then you watch here, there's another cloud that'll form. That seems kind of suspicious. Just because it's by itself and seems to jag here. So in reference to this area down here, I looked in closer even, and here's that patch right here. Let me get it so you can see the time. So 1830, 1800. The earthquake occurred here, 1830, and there's nothing going on here. And now you see it. And it seems to originate right here, kind of in the middle of that spot. And it almost looks like something else adds to it here. Whether it's weather related or something else shoots up there, I don't know. I'm going to go backwards here. And forward. And you can see everything else is going this way. This is the only thing that's going up this way. And this is at 2200 UTC. So I went and looked at the fire imagery, and I looked at the fire detection maps. Went down here to Arizona, pulled up the JPEG image. To see if there were any fires. The legend says this is as of 1900 Mountain Daylight Time, which is, let's see, that would be at 1 UTC. So that's well past when the earthquake occurred. And here's the border, and you can see that there's no fires there. There's a little pinpoint one right here, well away from here. And another pinpoint one up here in the mountains, and the earthquake was over in this area. So then I went and looked at their satellite imagery. I'm going to close this. And they've got one for 1825, which is right at the earthquake. And let's see if I can get the right one here. Yep, that's the right one. Here's that patch, and you can see that there's nothing going on there. Here's the shape of Arizona that comes in here. So the earthquake was about right in here somewhere. But what I wanted you to see is that there is nothing going on down here. So I went and looked at the other one, which is at 2006, so that's an hour and a half past the earthquake, and right down here you can see that little cloud rising up. And it's right down here. See it? So I went to Google Earth to see what this looked like. Well, let me let you look at the overall again. So you can see clearly this is going up, and these are all going this way. These are kind of suspicious too, but I kind of looked at them and there was nothing obvious, and they're kind of mixed in, so I didn't address that. But I went to Google Earth to look at this brown patch down here, and it looked like the cloud was originating from right in here somewhere. And you can see these are all little volcanic type things. Yeah, looks like the moon almost. I don't know if this is a high point or what. Let's take at it. Yeah, I really can't see. Let's change it to the more current. It's not clear to me whether that's a high. It looks like it was like this in here. Let's get this back on north. Oh, I'm not steering very good tonight. Here we go. So it looked like that cloud was coming from right around in here and going up into this area because it was kind of in between these two patches. Another thing I did is I took and made kind of a, let me change this back to regular. I had two of these going side by side. This is the visible satellite on the left, and this is the infrared satellite on the right. And I had timed this, now they're off. But you can see the little razzle-dazzle things coming in here. And I need to move this over a little bit so you can see that. See them all coming in here? So that's what I found in connection with the earthquake. And it's hard to know what's happening in these days, but the truth will out. God bless you. Good night.